Hey there, it's Kathy with Be Creative with Kathy, and I'm working on my craft fair project, so I thought I'd quickly throw a video up there and show you another craft fair, project for my craft fair. Now, before I go on, I need to give credit, because Crafty Crafts by Deanna posted this video like 3 years ago, so of course you know how I am. I watched the video and I ran with it. So I'm going to just make it, let's just go. Okay, and we'll talk about products and stuff as we go. But out of this, you can get 3 out of these out of a sheet of designer series paper. Now, I'm only going to make 1, but so you know, because they're 4 inches, so you could get 4 out of your 12 by 12. Like I said, I'm only going to make 1, and I just have a scrap here. This is part of that gnome designer series paper, but I wanted something that was like wintry scene, and we're not going to see much of the back of this, so it'll be okay. But I'm gonna, and it just dawned on me that this is directional, so let's see if I can do this right, because all the other papers I used were not directional. But I'm going to cut this piece down at 4 inches. That's how you'd get the 3, because 4, 8, 12. But we're going to go 4, and then it only needs to be 10.5. So let's go ahead and cut this down to 10.5. Now this would be a good test, and you guys can learn what not to do for my video if I cut it the wrong way and have the dimensions the wrong, because now we need to score it, or have the paper the wrong direction. I'm not going to worry about it, so I'm going to, even I could probably put some ribbon and cover it up if I have to, but now I want to score it at, yeah, it's going to be fine this way, so I'm going to score it at 2 1/4. Ooh, I hope I didn't go through. I get so heavy-handed. And then I'm going to score it at 4 3/4. And when I say heavy-handed, is I push too hard on my scoring blade, and then I go clean through the paper, because I'm used to cardstock, and this is designer series paper, you know, which is a little bit thinner. Okay, we're all done with the paper trimmer. Now we're just going to fold on those score lines, and I'm going to fold up from the bottom. And look, I did get my paper the right way. But that's probably because I cut it the right way. Anyway, and then we're going to fold this down. So that's all you're going to see is that little piece there, and I don't even think it's going to show. But there's your designer series paper, very easy. Let's do some stamping really quick. And I thought I had my Pierce mat here, but if you saw, oh yeah, look, I have everything here. It's all piled over here. It's terrible. Terrible how my desk is piled up. But I'm going to use a little bit of Night and Navy ink. It's just one of the darker colors in my designer series paper. And from this little penguin thing or stamp set, I'm going to use this Be Cool, Be Chill, Be Merry. I thought that'd be cool for a hot chocolate packet. So I'm going to just ink that up. I might have to bring a piece of scratch paper in here. Let's see if I can find one. Here's a piece, just to practice real quick, make sure that I don't, okay, let's just practice. I don't know why, yep, okay, I guess I don't need to practice. All right, now I'm gonna stamp it toward the edge over here to the right. And just set that. Now this piece, I believe, it's just a little scrap I had from cutting the inside of my paper. So when you cut it down to, you know, the 5 1/4 by 4, you have these 1/2 inch strips, and I don't like how I stamped that. I'm going to do it again. I can't talk and stamp at the same time. But this is just the length of my designer series paper, so it should be 4 inches by 1/2 inch. But I picked that size because I thought that's what went along with my stamp set. So depending on how you, not too much pressure, that's what I did last time, is too much pressure. Because look how much better that is. Little pressure on these fine line stamps. Okay. That's all the stamping we need. But anyway, as I was saying, I think that's what matched. I'll show you a couple other ones I did, but this size paper matched that stamp. Whew. Okay, let's go ahead and attach this, because then I have a piece here, and I believe that this is 1 inch by, and it's just a scrap, so I'll cut it down to size. But I'm going to attach this to this is Night and Navy piece here as just a nice layer. And I'm going to make sure that this side, oh, and I smeared it, that's a bummer, lines up. It's a pretty big border. I might have to cut that one. No, I think it's going to be okay just like that. Cut that down like that. And then I'm going to just put a little bit of adhesive on the back and line this up with my designer series paper like this. And then when I cut this down to size, it should all line up. Drum roll, please. But there you go. Look how cute that is. Now, I think we need a little decoration over here. So I went and got these, what are these called? These celebration tag dies. And I absolutely love this little snowflake that's in there. So we're going to take that. Let me grab my mini cut and emboss machine. Set my plates up. Let's see, we need number 1, number 2, and then I'm going to just throw some pool party cardstock on there. That's the color in my cardstock too, or the designer series paper. Just lay that on there. Let's run that through real quick. And then because I'm going to just go back, I think it's easier to get it out of this side. So we'll just have our little snowflake here. When it's already out of the die and everything. And look how cute that is. And I'm going to just use a simple glue dot here. And then because that glue dot is so fine, or that glue dot, because the snowflake is so fine, I'm going to take it off with my scissors. There we go. And then just place that right there next to it. Now it has to have some kind of bling or something right there. So I'm going to just take here a basic rhinestone, only I want it a little darker, so I'm going to use my dark Night of Navy Stampin' Blend and just turn that into a blue rhinestone like that. Hey, you, go back over there. Okay, and then I'm going to take that rhinestone and set it right in the center of my little snowflake, and look how cute that is. Whoops, this goes back in here. Okay, so now we're ready. We've done all of our preparation. That's really all it takes. Let's go ahead and make our project look super, super cute. Oh, there they are. I'm gonna go. Okay, so then I'm gonna take this. Now, if you're a demonstrator, or if you're not, maybe you have these. These are from clearbags.com. And you can see this is the exact size because they come in 2 different sizes, one like that. Well, they might come in a lot more. These are the 2 of the popular ones I buy all the time, but this is the smaller of the 2. And you take that designer series paper and you slip it into this little sleeve. And you know what? Nope. That's the one I want because it's a little bit smaller. Then you take your hot chocolate and you slip it into there. And then last but not least, you take a little candy cane and you slip that into there, maybe. And look how cute that is. Is that not adorable? I think that would be great. Well, it's going to be great for my craft fair, but I think that would be great as a teacher's gift, or as a, you know, you give it to your postman, you give it to your grocery worker, your bank teller. I don't know. I just think that's a really cute gift like that. Let me show you a couple others I've made, and you might recognize the designer series paper and stuff that I've used that's retired, but look how cute. Oh, that one doesn't have a candy cane. In fact, I won't put the candy canes in there until I go to my craft fair, because all candy canes break, and this way they'd be safe. So none of my samples here will have a candy cane in there. But look, you could use, now here I use the Starbucks hot chocolate, so it's a little bit more than the Swiss Miss that I used last time. Here I use that Ghirardelli hot chocolate, and then here, look, I use the Lanza Lake hot chocolate. So any of those work, because if you missed, I did a video here. This is what I did with all my Swiss Miss hot chocolate. So, but anyway, tons of ideas with hot chocolate. But then I was thinking, I wonder if you could put something else in that pouch. And a friend of mine happened to be around with her daughter, and I mentioned the face mask, and I thought, well, I don't know how a face mask would go over. And her daughter was like, I would love the face mask. I think that's a great idea. So I found a little face mask like this. Now, for the face mask that I found, I had to cut my paper wider. So my paper's 4 1/4. So now you couldn't get 4 or 3 of them out of a sheet of paper. It wastes a little bit of paper. But look how cute those turned out. Now, the face mask that I got, and these are just from the dollar store, didn't fit in these bags. So I had to go up to the bigger size ones, which is this number. And I'll put these order numbers, and it's clearbags.com, in the description in case you want to go and get some. But that's what I did with my clear bags. I think they turned out, look how cute. They all turned out really cute. And I think those would be a great addition to my craft fair. Or you give them out as a gift to just your friends and family. Alrighty, I would love to know what you think, because I think they're adorable, and I've made a whole boatload of them and still like them. So, like I said, let me know. I'd love to hear back from it. Of course, if you're here on Facebook, I would love for you to like my channel, comment, share, all that stuff. If you're watching on YouTube, I'd love for you to subscribe, make a comment, share, whatever you do on YouTube. I appreciate all the support. There you go. That's what I have for you today. I have a few more projects I'm working on, so if you want to check back, hopefully tomorrow I can get another one, a video done tomorrow with what I'm working on. Alrighty, there you go. Have a great weekend. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.